Don't leave it up to fate to make it happen. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. You know, I believe a lot of people live on fate. They say, well, if it's going to be, it's going to be. Well, I believe if it's going to be, it's up to me. I think Robert Schuller said that. If it's going to be, it's up to me. I believe that the divine hand plays a direct role in our life and provides us with the right opportunities when we're ready and prepared. And yet I believe that we have to do the work to create what it is that we want. Or once we get it, we have to do the work to get and maintain what it is that we want. And so many people don't realize that. They think that, well, they'll just kind of wait around for fate to make it happen, and once it happens, they don't have to do anything. But great things in life require our participation. It requires right decisions. It requires our work. And a lot of people just don't want to do that, so they would rather wait for fate to bring them what they want. The problem with that is most often fate doesn't bring them what they want, or they wait a very, very long time. And then when fate does bring them what they want, they really don't want to do the work to make it happen and to create it the way it needs to be. So it kind of falls apart. And so I believe that if we want something, we've got to make it happen and not to wait on fate to make it happen. I believe that there's a time to step back in life and let go and let God. And yet we've got to know when to do that and when not to do that. Because there are times that we are meant to initiate things. We are meant to create things. We are meant to create our opportunities. And while we're busy creating it, I believe that the divine takes a hand in this process and brings us the right opportunities. And we sort through those opportunities to find the exact right one for our lives. And yet it requires our participation. I believe that God's hand is very different than fate. I believe that there are things out of our control and there are things within our control. We have to know which is which and when to step up and do our work and when to step back and let God do his work. I know a lady that she was widowed and she really wanted another soulmate in her life, but she wasn't willing to settle for what she didn't want. So she prepared herself for the eventual time that she would meet the right person. She took care of herself. She did the right things. And one day she got a call from another widow that she knew really, really well and was a wonderful person. She had known him a long time, he and his wife. And his wife happened to pass. And so they connected. And so it was as if she was prepared. She did her part, and then she stepped back and she got busy with other things, and that's when it happened. And so I believe we have to know when we have to step up and do our part, and when we have to step back, and then when we have to step back up again. Sort of like a little dance in a way. And so to live your life or live a person's life based solely on fate, often we're not going to get what we want or we'll miss opportunities. Today I was at the gym and I talk to this one woman quite often when I see her there. Finally, at the end of our conversation, I said, you know what? I'm not going to leave our friendship up to fate. Here's my telephone number. And so she gave me her telephone number. So in other words, let's say that one of us didn't get to the gym at the same time, then we may miss out on a potential friendship. And yet by taking that initiative, not waiting on fate to connect us, because, well, in a way, if you want to consider it fate, we'd already connected. So now we had to do our job. We weren't going to wait on fate to connect us beyond that point. And so we both exchanged telephone numbers. And I often say, if you meet somebody and you find that they're a right person that you want to reconnect with for in the future, have a point of contact, because otherwise you may never see them again. And so the key to it is that we have to know when to step up and when to step back. And knowing that God plays an active role, I believe, in our life. That's part of my faith. And yet, I believe that we also have to do our part. Because I've known a lot of people that just waited on God to do it for them or waited on fate to happen for them. And things didn't happen because they weren't doing their part. I believe that we have to do our part for the other parts to come and be right for our lives. Okay? From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.